Peace, 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 peace. Is Andrew, the promised child, once again. How we doing, y'all? This is the night update of the fast, day 4. We on day 4 today, right? Today was a pretty smooth ride. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wasn't like really intense like I was for the past 3 days. Like, yo, I can't wait to 6 o'clock get here. I wasn't like real intense. Like, I was more in control of my mind now. And that just come from, as I always tell you, and I've been telling you for the past 3 days, that comes from meditating, that comes from praying, that comes from reading, that comes from listening to other speakers, and that's how I was able to take control of my mind today. You know what I'm saying? I hope you was able to get through. I hope you was able to push through. You know, so every day, that's what we're gonna have to do. Every day, we just have to continue to pray, continue to meditate, continue to study, be mindful of what we're putting into our mind. Once again, and I gotta keep saying that. You know, people say, why you keep saying that? Why you keep? Because that's important. We have to be mindful and be careful of what we putting into our mind. See, you don't understand when you watch a movie, right? A movie is sending you messages. The movie is giving you a message. Yes, it's actors. Yes, the movie is fake, but the movie is sending you messages. So, for example, I'm practicing sobriety right now because I'm fasting, so I'm not drinking. So today would be the 4th day that I'm sober, right? When you watch certain movies, for example, I was doing the sobriety thing probably about a month ago. I did it for probably 8 days, 10 days, no alcohol, right? And I was watching this movie, right? And as I'm watching this movie, in this particular movie on Netflix, this individual was going through problems. This individual was stressing, going through a lot, right? And mind you, it's a movie, it's fake, but it's still sending us messages. And this individual, every time this individual got stressed out, it was a man. And every time he was stressed out, he would drink. Right? He would go to a bar. He would go to a bar and get toe out the frame. So what type of message does that send to somebody who wants to practice sobriety? What type of message does that send to somebody who want to stop drinking? That message indirectly tells you every time that you stress out, or every time that you stressing, that every time that you going through a problem, every time your woman make you mad, every time your mama make you mad, every time your daddy make you mad, every time something go wrong at work, what that message is saying is, hey, go take a drink. That's the message it's sending to you. Now, you don't look at it as that at the moment in time. At the moment in time, you're looking at it as it's entertaining. I'm watching this, it's distracting me from my problems, it's entertaining me, but you don't understand that that's programming you. And it's making you look at things a certain type of way. Perfect example. I'm going to give you a perfect example. When we was kids, right? State Property, Paid in Full, Scarface. We watched all these movies. And we was into all these movies. And these movies, while we watching it, it's programming us to be drug dealers. It's programming us to be criminals. So a lot of brothers will tell you, it's funny, in Paid in Full, remember they went to, if you've seen Paid in Full before, remember they went to the movie theaters, right? And they at the movie theaters, and they watching Scarface in the movie. And oh boy was like, yo, that movie made everybody want to sell drugs. Why did it? It's programming you, it's sending you a message. Hey, if you from the ghettos of America, if you're broke in America, and you want to earn you some real quick, fast money, just all you got to do is do what Tony Montana did. All you got to do is what Ace did. All you got to do is do what Rico did. All you got to do is do what Mitch did. So a lot of brothers, they didn't have to sell drugs, for real. Some of their mothers did the best that they could do for them, made sure they had a roof over their head, made sure they had clothes on their back, made sure it was food in the refrigerator. They didn't have to sell drugs. We didn't have to go that route. But we watching that, and we were so intrigued. Like, yo, you see how much money Ace Boogie was making? Yo, you see how much money Tony Montana was making? Yo, dude came from Cuba and just blew up and was killing the game. You see how them dudes was getting money on state property? So it's sending a message to you. And now As you hear this message and you keep seeing this message on repeat, now you want to imitate that. It's the same thing with music. Music influences the way that we see the world. Music influences the way that we think. Music influences the way that we move. Why you think people like Nikes and people drink Hennessy, the clothing styles that they have, the drinks that they drink? Why you think they do that? Because they are influenced by this music. So people be like, oh man, it's just entertainment, it's just music, it ain't. No, that thing is powerful. It doesn't just influence children, it influences adults. Why does the adult want to go into the club, buy a bottle, right? Be seen by everybody in the club, popping by, because it's a lifestyle that's been sold to that individual through the music videos. The music videos sold them this lifestyle that you're lit, that you're popping if you drink this or if you act this way. It's a lifestyle that was sold to them. So the more that you listen to powerful, positive messages, the more that you put that into your mind, the more that you accept that and see that and be around that, the more that you will imitate that. So if you're around a bunch of people who own acres and excuse me, that own acres and acres and acres and acres and acres of land. I'm talking about they own thousands and hundreds of thousands of acres of land, and that's what you hanging around. Not only that's what you hanging around, that's what you watching. You watching it on a regular basis. You hanging around it on a regular basis. After a while, you're gonna want to imitate that. After a while, you're like, yo, I want to own me some land. I want me hundreds and hundreds of acres of land. I want thousands and thousands of acres because that's all you around. That's all that you see. That's all that you hear. So that's all that you're gonna want to carry out. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they say birds of a feather flock together. If I play basketball, more likely I'm going to be around people who are into basketball. I'm going to attract those type of people. So we become what we put into us. We attract what we are. See, we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So look around you. If everybody around you is a pothead, alcoholic, right? Weed head, alcoholic, and you look around, you be like, oh, and then you look at your behavior and you look at your habits, you say, dang, I'm just like them. But then you look around yourself, everybody sober, everybody working out, everybody vegan, everybody around you, you look at, oh, you attract what you are. And you only want to be around what you are because you want to be around people who are going to lift that up, cheer that on. Hey, man, hey, let's take these shots, bruh. Hey, let's hit this blunt, bruh. You only want to be around people who are going to cheer that behavior on because that's what you are. That's who you are. That's what you attract. So in order for us to change that, we have to change the information that we have. And once we change the information, we change our thought process. Once we change our thought process, we change our actions. And once we change our actions, we change our results. So that's why this fast is so important to me. That's why it's so real to me. That's why it's so deep to me. For me to deny myself food from 6 to 6, for me to deny myself chicken and pork chops, for me to deny myself beef, for me to deny myself these things because I want to become better. I don't want to be, God willing, I get to see it. I don't want to be 45, 50 years old still the same. I want to get better. And in order to get better, God ain't no spook. Ain't nothing wrong with praying. God ain't no daddy sitting in the clouds. Ain't nothing wrong with praying. Scripture says faith without works is dead. So we're going to pray. And I like this prayer. I heard this guy on YouTube today. He got a prayer that says, God, give me the wisdom. Give me the wisdom to be what you want me to be. Give me the wisdom, right? To serve the people that you want me to serve. Your way. Give me the wisdom. And I might have butchered the prayer, but you understand what I'm saying. Give me the wisdom to operate the way that you want me to operate. Give me the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to get on here and let y'all know the update about the fast. Tomorrow we coming back with Coffee Talk. We coming back with morning videos, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna give you another update. Day 5. We're gonna be doing this 30 days straight. It don't matter if I feel like doing it. It doesn't matter. And that's another thing I want to tell you. It don't matter if you feel like doing it. You got to keep doing it. You got to push yourself to do it so you can get better at it. You ain't gonna get better at it if you don't do it every day. The only reason why you're good at math now because you did it repetitiously. You did it every single day. The only reason why you're good at reading because you did it every single day. You repeated it over and over and over again. 5 years old, 4 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old, 16 years old. You kept doing it. That's how you got better. And that's the only way you're going to get better if you do it on a constant basis. So it don't matter, like, it don't matter if you feel like going to the gym today to practice that jump shot, or going to the gym today, or going out to the football field throwing the foot. It don't matter if you feel like it. You got to push yourself to do it so you can get better at it. And you do something for 5, 6 years, 10 years, you become a master at it. Perfect example. If you've been driving for 10, now you can drive with no hands. You can look at your cell phone and drive. I'm not encouraging that, but you can look at your cell phone and drive. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no problem. When you get in the car, you do not have to think about how to put the car in drive or how to put the car in reverse. Why? Because you got hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work that you have put in on that. And that's going to be the same thing for your YouTube. That's going to be the same thing for your Facebook. That's going to be the same thing for your Instagram. That's going to be the same thing for your TikTok. That's going to be the same thing for your business. That's going to be the same thing for everything else. Putting in the work repetitiously, doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Even if it feels like it's getting boring now. But you got to keep putting them hours in. That way it becomes second nature. Thinking positive should be second nature. Thinking positive should be a no-brainer. It should be nothing to think positive. Just like it's easy to think negative, it's easy to think negative because you've been thinking negative your whole life. But you want to get that positive thinking on automatic. You want to get that superior thinking on automatic. And how do you get positive thinking on automatic? How do you get superior thinking on automatic? The same way how you got negative thinking on automatic. The same way that you got inferior thinking on automatic. You practice it. You did it every single day. You surround yourself with it. You listen to it. You watched it. So now you have become it. So in order to become in a superior, in order to become in a superior manner or act in a superior manner, is you got to practice it every single day. Do it every single day. Read things that encourage you to go out and conquer. Read things that encourage you to make your dreams a reality. Read things that encourage you to be healthy, to be happy, to be wealthy. You got to keep reading things and listening to things that's going to keep you that way. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to keep you in that mind frame and that mindset. And you're going to have to cut some people off. And I'm going to say this every single day because, like, that's what I was just saying a few minutes ago. The people you're around influence the way that you think. They influence the way that you see things, whether you want to believe it or not. We as human beings, we are not as smart as we think we are. We're not. Matter of fact, I was just ready to end the video, but we about to go into this real fast. We're not as smart as we think we are. The language that you speak, you didn't teach it to yourself. The language that you speak, you adapted from you got it from your environment. You didn't name yourself. Your name came from somewhere. Your mother, your father, your grandma, your auntie, whoever. That's where your name came from. So you're not just going to wake up tomorrow and know Chinese, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to wake up in the morning, oh, I know Chinese now. You're not just going to wake up and, oh, I know Spanish now. You're not just going to wake up in the morning and automatically know another language. You're not. You have to be influenced. You have to be taught by somebody else to learn that language. So everything that we know, somebody taught us. Whether it's about God, whether it's about religion, whatever it is, everything that we know, somebody taught us. Somebody gave us the information. The information came from somewhere. And I want you to sit back and think and pinpoint where the information came from. Who it came from. Public schools, your neighborhood, your parents. Where did the information come from? That's things that you got to ask yourself. Then you got to ask yourself, is the information that they giving me, is the information that they have given me, is this information even right? Does it even make sense? Does it even make sense to work 40 hours a week for $1,000? Just something to think about. I'm just using an example. Does that even make any sense? And then, is there a way? Is there information that's superior to that information? That's how I'm gonna put it. Is there information that's superior to what you was taught that 40 hours a week, $1,000? Is there information that goes against that? Because the job you work for probably make $1,000 in 15 minutes, maybe in 1 minute, 1 second. So your homework assignment tonight is to ask yourself, everything that I've been taught, Is it true? Or do I believe it? Do I believe it because of where it came from? And I'm not going to go against it because where it came from. And you feel like if you go against where it came from, you feel like that you're disrespecting your parents because that's where it came. You feel like you disrespecting them. No, because they probably was taught wrong in certain areas. Not every area, but in certain areas they probably was taught wrong. You understand what I'm saying? You dig? Like, so we must question everything we've been taught. Ask yourself, do you really have to work 40 hours a week to obtain $1,000? Is there another way? How does Walmart earn millions of dollars a day? How does McDonald's earn millions of dollars a day? So that means they have to have a superior knowledge and a superior information that we have. So maybe we might need to get rid of that information and go learn that information. How can we get millions of dollars in a minute? How can we get millions of dollars in a day? How can we earn millions of dollars by an hour, by a minute? How can we earn billions of dollars a year? We might have to let go of that type of learning. Is it necessary to eat 3 meals a day? Where did that come from? Is it really necessary? So challenge everything that you've been taught. Challenge everything somebody tells you. Like questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Hold on, does this even make sense? Did it even work for, like, you gotta ask questions. Does this even make sense? Did it work for them? Okay, I'm looking at their life, I see their life, boom, do I even really want to live like that? So, before I let you go, make sure you go to Andrew the Promised Child Patreon. That's my Patreon. Become a member. I got a $5 tier, $10 tier, and a $25 tier. Go over there, become a member ASAP. Peace.